when I'm lonely, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who's lonely without you. And when I'm dreaming, well, I know I'm gonna dream about the time when I'm with you. When I go out, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. And when I come home, yes, I know I'm gonna be the man who comes back home with you. I'm gonna be the man who's coming home with you. But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at your door.
Wait!
58.
58.
We're back.
We're back. Man, I'll drink to that.
It's us again.
Yes.
Whoa, whoa.
Let's do our Rasputum.
Okay. All right. Well, here, let me
Oh
get my
my
label.
gosh. Yeah, show the label. Clink.
Oh.
Lift. Separate.
Oh,
Sip, man. That's like licorice.
that's good, man.
Good grief, you're trying to kill me,
It's like
aren't
dessert.
you? Damascus.
Damascus. Oh.
Whew. Man, that's plumb pitiful. Plumb pitiful. That
So
reminds me of a tune, another Warren Zevon tune. You want to do it? 1, 2, 3, hey! Well, I lay my head on the railroad track, waiting on the double E. But the train don't run by here no more. Poor pitiful me. Poor pitiful me. Poor pitiful me. These young girls won't let me be. Lord have mercy on me. Woe is me. I met a girl out in Hollywood. Now I ain't naming names. She really worked me over good, just like Etta James. Yeah, she really worked me over good. The credit to her gender. She put me through some changes, Lord, sort of like a wearing blender. Whoa, pitiful me. Poor pitiful me. These young girls won't let me be. Lord have mercy on me. Woe is me. Yeah. Well, I met a girl in the Fukuray down in Yokohama. She picked me up and she threw me down. I said, please don't hurt me, mama. Whoa, pitiful me. Poor pitiful me. These young girls won't let me be. Lord have mercy on me. Whoa, me. Yeah, yeah. Poor me. Poor pitiful me. 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 Wow. Man, what a great tune.
Man, I loved Linda, man.
Yeah, Linda Ronstadt did that.
with your drumming idol, Mr. Russ Kunkel.
I think.
Oh, well, he's kind of
We
a...
didn't know.
Oh, you didn't know if... I think it was
That
him.
was unconfirmed.
Well, I think it was Kunkel.
Kunkel.
Kunkel? Russ Kunkel.
All right, what do we got?
Well, in 1958, 57, I don't know, 56. Who cares anymore? I found my thrill on Blueberry Hill. On Blueberry Hill. When I found you, the moon stood still on Blueberry Hill. It lingered until my dream came true. The wind in the willow played love's sweet melody. But all of those vows you made were never to be. Oh, we're apart. You're part of me still. Oh, you were my thrill on Blueberry Hill. The wind in the willow played love's sweet melody. Oh, but all of those vows you made were never to be. So we're apart. You're part of me still. Oh, you were my thrill on Blueberry Hill. Took that one to lunch. Oh, well, no. The song was good. Just, a little bit of... Our endings are terrible. What do you think, Bruce? Are our endings terrible? I think your endings are terrible sometimes. And if...
They're not.
He's enjoying that.
They're
See
just
that
not.
The thing is, if your ending is terrible, that means mine is. And if my ending is terrible... then that makes yours. Boy, one sip of that Rasputin goes right to his head. Right to his
It
head.
has nothing to do with that.
I think you're just punchy from all this work we've been doing.
Not getting much sleep.
Yeah, me neither.
How close are we on the hymn show record,
Very
Michael?
close. We're close.
Where are we? Where are we officially?
Well, I think we've done basic mixes of everything, and I think we're close to getting those final little sweet spots.
Which I'll go ahead and translate that. Which is, I've got the whole thing mixed, and Mike keeps coming over with a little notepad full of all these little changes we have to keep
As
making.
if said every person who makes a record ever.
With Michael and his clipboard.
Well, I mean, in the 50s, you just cut the tune live. You did
That's
several
right.
takes. You took the best take. And
Well, I'll
I'd love to make a record like that.
You did say after the two that we did yesterday, you said, man, this sounds great. This reminds me of something we might have done at Sun Records.
That's true. There are a couple tracks that literally do sound like they were cut there, not just in the 50s, but at any point where people go in there. You can go in there now and make records,
Yeah.
Lost Dogs talked about it many times, but we just never got it together.
It's a very small. It's a small spot.
It's not much bigger than. Well, I mean, the ceilings are higher than this, but if you knock that wall out and put the ceilings higher, you'd have pretty much the control room, and then it's back there. It's a tiny control room. It's cool, it's been a barber shop. It's been a I think a car mechanic place
I
for a
remember
while.
we went through there one
Well,
time.
you were on
I
the-
think we toured
That's
together and
right.
went there. And
Yeah, we took a whole
went
day
went to
off.
Graceland.
Yes,
too, and
we
all
did the
that, yeah.
whole thing, man. That was a great day.
That was great. It was great.
And
yeah, there's nothing funner than going to Graceland with Mike Rowe.
and Mark Harmon.
Yeah.
And
great.
we pretended to cry at the gravesite. Remember the meditation garden? There's a photograph of me and Mark, just like all full of tears and flap doodle.
You pretended?
No, I was really upset. Anyway, that's entirely irrelevant to what we're doing here. We need to move on now with this.
Well, you know, it is. When I think of that, I think of his jet, and I think of
Yes, we
the
got
jung-
on the plane.
the jungle room,
Yes,
and
the
all the
jungle
stuff,
room.
You know,
Oh,
and
man.
so all the like the the high tech, TVs in the wall and all that stuff.
But it
and
was goofy.
and it was back in the time of
Yeah.
it was like Cold War America, and it was really cool. And it takes us right back to this piece.
That's right. So we're going to dedicate this to our wonderful, the country that we have known and loved all these years, that just loves to just play with us. They just love to play all the time.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but let's do it.
Okay, so
in the USSR.
I've been away so long, I hardly knew the place. Geez, could you be back home? Leave it till tomorrow to unpack my case. Honey, disconnect the phone. I'm back in the USSR. You know how lucky you are, boy. Back in the US, back in the US, back in the USSR.
Well, the European girls really knocked me out. But leave the West behind. And Moscow girls make me sing and shout. That Georgia's always on my mind. Oh, come in the USSR. Well, the European girls really knocked me out. They leave the West behind. That Moscow girls make me sing and shout. That Georgia's always on my mind. Yeah, whoa.
Show me around your snowy mountains way down south. Take me to your daddy's farm. Let me hear your balalagas ringing out. Come and keep your comrade warm. I'm back in the USSR. You know how lucky you are, boy. Back in the US, back in the
Well, yeah. I'm back.
Man, I thought it did that little
No.
trick more than once.
oh no.
It only does it once?
Oh no.
Really?
The only once, man. That's a middle trick.
man.
It's a middle. You should know that as a producer.
don't.
It's a middle trick.
I don't.
It's
even
only a
know.
middle trick.
I just thought it was a lot of fun. Though.
It is fun. I've never played that song. I can't believe that's one of my favorite records. It starts, the White Album always started with that jet, that noise of that jet coming in, and then this thing starts, and,
Oh man.
I think McCartney supposedly played drums on that. He was
buy it.
good.
Yeah, he was.
He was good, I mean, simple, but he had a little thing.
He had a lot of
He
attitude.
kept time.
Well,
Well,
what,
I think
what has happened here?
We have reached a monumental moment, ladies and gentlemen.
Make sure you're talking to that mic for this mic.
Yes, we have reached a monumental moment in the show right now. And I was informed that we have inched our way up to song number 500, which means that it is the 500th tune that we have played without repeating. Am I correct?
Not including repeats.
Not including repeats. We've done a few repeats.
So this is the 500th.
500th new tune that it also
individual.
includes buffoonery, songs that we did maybe a verse and chorus of as a joke, which we don't do a lot of that here.
So jokes are included in the 500?
Well, gag tunes,
Gags?
yeah. But
Well-
it's all part of it.
500 discrete songs.
500 discrete. So
$4.99. We're right here at number 500, ladies and
number
gentlemen.
500 right now. So we're going to dedicate this to all of you for hanging with us.
Yes, that have been there from day one.
And I want to do a beautiful song by Peter, Paul, and Mary. If you miss the train I'm on, you will know that I am gone. You can hear the whistle blow 100 miles, 100 miles, 100 miles, 100 miles, 100 miles. You can hear the whistle blow 100 miles. Lord, I'm one. Lord, I'm two. Lord, I'm three. Lord, I'm four. Lord, I'm 500 miles away from home. Lord, I'm one. Lord, I'm two. Lord, I'm three. Lord, I'm four. Lord, I'm 500 miles away from home.
Come on! Everybody sing it with us.
Everybody, 1, 2, 3, and we would sing 500 songs, and we would sing 500 more, just to be the guys who sing 1,000 songs and then 1,000 more. Da 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 da, da 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 da, da 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 da. Everybody, da 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 da. One more time, here we go. And we would sing 500 songs, and we would sing 500 more, just to be the guys who sing 1,000 songs and then 1,000 more. Da 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 da, da 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 da, da 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 da. Keep it going.
That's where all the confetti is supposed to come down.
Really high
We
budget.
need confetti.
We got a
bro.
high budget show right
Oh,
here.
man. The next 500 songs.
Yes, the next
When
500.
we're at 1,000 songs, we will do confetti.
That's right. Well, I think, okay, now that we've done all that foolishness, I think we need to go back to boyhood favorites. It's kind of becoming, like Hymn Show, it's becoming a little feature of the program, I've
Boyhood
noticed.
favorites.
Yeah, boyhood favorites, songs that influenced you when you were a boy. First records you had or bought or heard that mattered to you, you know.
And this was, for me, it was
This
number
is for
3.
you, number 3, like it was your
45.
third single
Yeah, the
on
40.
Epic Records.
Yes, I remember the yellow label, the Epic record label. My little 45s. Remember we had those little discs that we'd stick in the middle? It's great, man. Went over to Tower Records and got it. Steer it up, little darling, steer it up. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Steer it up, little darling, to see what we could do, baby. Just me and you. Come on. Hey, hey. Oh, steer it up. Little darling, steer it up. Oh, yeah. Hey, steer it up. Little darling, steer it up. Oh, yeah.
I push the wood, then I blaze your fire. Then I satisfy your little heart's desire. Oh yeah. Said I stir it every minute. All you got to do, baby, is keep it in it. Hey, steer it up.
Little darling, steer it up. Oh yeah. Hey, steer it up. Little darling, steer it up.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Quench me when I'm thirsty. Yeah. Come on and cool me down. Yeah. When I'm hot. Your recipe, darling, so tasty. When you show and stir your pot, steer it up. Everybody. Little darling, steer it up. Oh, yeah, steer it up. Little darling, steer it up.
Oh yeah, oh
Darling, steer it up. Little darling, steer it up.
yeah. 501. Another tune I've never played.
That was a crazy. You know, we were listening to that to do this,
Yeah, I know. We
and
were
it
going
was
to do.
it was strange because there was like multiple mixes
Yeah,
of it.
there's-
It seemed like.
Oh,
And there
Johnny
was,
Nash's
there
one.
was-
Yeah.
Yeah, because Johnny Nash was the version that I had.
Well, me too. I didn't
First
really
time.
hear Marley's stuff until a lot later.
but it is interesting the different takes on it. You know. And
Well,
the-
it
and the
sounds like
mixes,
they mixed it 3 or 4 times, but they're all from the same session. It seems like.
Yeah, the flutes.
Some had
and the-
flutes. You know, I'm wondering if because of the style of that music, because reggae wasn't really a thing then. In 1972, not that many people knew what it was, right? So you got to figure that the record company was probably doing different mixes for different, you know.
That's crazy, man. That was 1972.
I know.
I was just
A
but
ver-
a tiny tot.
A tiny tot.
Tiny tot buying.
I was
Stir it up.
I was graduating high school.
What?
It's Bruce.
You
When
can't-
I grad,
You can't possibly be that historic.
not only am I that old, when it was June of '72 and I had my big graduation party, my cousin Daryl brings me an album, Looking Concerned, and I unwrap it. You know what it was? Chunga's Revenge by Frank Zappa. That's what I got for my.
Wow.
And I had, I'd already had a lot of his records, but I'd never heard that. And that's the one that had, well, what is that one where he goes, that blues thing,
Man.
Don't you ever miss your house in the country and your heart.
Man, I think we could try a Zappa show, but it'd probably only, Howie and his wife would probably be the only people that watched it.
I don't know. I think we have some closeted Zappa fans. Don't
We'd
underestimate our
have to
audience.
censor the living.
Well, no, I mean, he did. When I got into him,
We
his
could do his
stuff was.
instrumentals and be in great shape.
Yeah,
know,
I think I could pull off that.
You know what's
the Black
very,
Page.
What's very funny is that yesterday I broke out some Zappa and was listening to it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
of
you
all
can
things.
play all that.
I was listening
stuff.
to Inca Roads.
Wasn't that kind of when you were coming into your own as a technician? Yeah. Wasn't that kind of
Yeah, it was one of the mathy kind of techie things
right?
you checked in on.
And you would sit down and try to work out that
yeah.
stuff. I'm sure that you could get the gig.
I mean,
Easy.
oh no, I don't know about that, but man, Terry Bozzio in the vintage Zappa,
Yeah.
is just one of the
Yeah.
most successful drummers ever. Wow.
Did I tell you that Burley Drummond, you know, when I was playing with him in Lost Dogs, he told me that Frank hired him for a summer to rehearse with.
Oh.
He never got to record with him, but he needed a studio guy like that, you know. And,
I love his playing, man.
Yeah, he was great, and I guess he could do it, but he said Frank became like a father to him. He said he was really, really a good guy, you know, and treated him well, paid him well, was very respectful.
Wow.
And, you know, I've heard that about him, that he was, you know, if you didn't, you know, try to screw him over stuff, that he really was good with you, you know.
I'll just say that anybody who hasn't taken the time, I'm sure a lot of you guys are pretty steeped in the Lost Dogs, but man, if you haven't taken the time to listen to some of that stuff in a while, go back and listen to it, man. Burley's feel and his playing, just his whole delivery.
Well, I
is
think
so
in this
nice.
next season, we need to dedicate ourselves to doing more of the. I wore a special Lost Dog shirt today.
Oh, cool.
And you know, there's a treasure of tunes that we haven't done that we could get a lot out of as a duo. So.
The treasure of tunes.
The treasure of tunes. All right, so we're going to do My Boyhood. This is one of the first records I ever heard. My dad brought home a grocery store knockoff, you know, back when they did copycats. It was called Memories of Hank Williams, and it was sung by this guy named Jug Scott, who was he sounded exactly like Hank. And all those companies, all those copycat companies would hire him.
I remember back in the day going to like, and even in
drugstores,
you know, yeah, even in my
stores.
20s and stuff on the road, you know, I'd go into the truck stops and
Right.
stuff. I'd be looking for records and go,
wait a minute, that's
they're
not the
making
guy.
whole records of like totally copy guys.
Well, there's always been an industry of copycats. I don't know if there is anymore, but for years, people just wanted to hear the tunes.
and they advertised them on television too.
Sure, K-Tel and all those guys. But I mean, some of these records bettered the originals, you know.
Well, I still to this day don't understand how any self-respecting artist would do a bunch of covers.
Well, these guys were doing other gigs. I mean, they were just, oh boy, okay, all right. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Well, I left my home on the rural route. I told my pa I was stepping out and get the honky tonk blues. Yeah, the honky tonk blues. Well, Lord, I got 'em. I got the honky tonk blues. Well, I stopped into every place in town. The city life has really got to me down. I got the honky tonk blues. Yeah, the honky tonk blues. Well, Lord, I got 'em. I got the honky tonk blues. Well, I went to a dance and wore out my shoes. I woke up this morning wishing I could lose them honky tonk blues. The jumping honky tonk blues. Good Lord, I got 'em. I got the honky tonk blues. I'm gonna tuck my worries underneath my arm. Scat right back to my pappy's farm and leave these honky tonk blues.
done, Doc.
Man, I love that tune, man. I hear
Yes.
that, and I'm literally like 5, 6 years old, sitting there. My dad's just, got that on. You know,
Wow.
every Saturday morning for 3 hours, he would put on the radio, and it was like Chinese water torture. I mean, it was awful for me when I was a kid because country. But the thing is, it started to sink.
You got it in your blood.
It kept
now.
getting in the blood, man. It's like I kept, and that was when country was great. That's the Willie's Roadhouse stuff, when it was new.
Wow.
And so he did me a great favor, even though, at the time I couldn't appreciate it. But every once in a while I'd notice that there was something that sounded like Elvis or sounded like some rock guy I liked. And I started to make the connection like, well, maybe this is kind of a cousin to that, not consciously, but,
I think my story for that would be Hee Haw.
Ah!
I mean,
Well,
'cause
yeah,
my-
everyone on
yeah.
there was a
Yeah, I mean,
great musician.
Fantastic, yeah. So I'd sit there and go, I didn't have anywhere else that I related to that material, but boy, when those guys would get going, it'd just always be somebody great on there.
I have to wonder what they must have made so much money to put like legends like Roy Clark and Buck Owens and make them hayseed goofballs. Well, these guys were like legendary guys, and they gave years of their lives to this ridiculous thing.
Well,
Right?
there is a fantastic doc that's out there, like on
Oh,
YouTube.
all
should
about it?
Oh yeah,
It's a Hee Haw
it's
doc?
great. Yeah, it's really well.
Yeah, I
done.
need to watch that.
Yeah, it's really cool. It talks about how like it was one of the first times they were going in and just filming the same segment, like they do all the
Right.
cornfields. They do 30 of them,
Oh, jeez.
and then they cut them up and spread them out over the
Right. Mm-hmm.
whole season. So the idea that this variety show. It was like a laugh-in, country laugh-in.
Maybe that's what it was. Is Laugh-In was so popular.
Yeah,
they
that's-
figured, how can we miss? Because all those rural TV shows were popular too.
Yeah, so all the musical stuff was kind of this stage, and it was kind of always going on in these
Mm-hmm.
shows, but it wasn't the comedy show that you're watching. So
Right.
they didn't really, these guys wouldn't be waiting in the wings after all the goofball stuff to come out and play a great song. It wasn't like that. They edited
Yeah.
it all together.
Man, I didn't
It's
never thought
incredible.
about that.
Yeah, it's a great story. You should go check it
Well,
out.
I
man.
suppose you couldn't have had something like Prairie Home Companion without Hee Haw in a sense, because it's the same kind of thing where there's all this foolishness around, Lutherans and people that live in Minnesota. But then you've got the greatest musicians on the planet doing their music, and it's all live.
Man, I grew up with my dad would listen to the Mystery Theater, the
Yeah.
stuff. It's still like whatever was left
Yeah,
of
radio.
radio theater. Yeah, I love that. We definitely talked about that before. I think we should be doing a radio theater show where we've got a script and everybody's got a part and we do gags. And
Well,
wouldn't that be
it's-
great to tell a story
Hey,
like that?
why at this point? Why not?
Yeah, we should do that.
All right, we're
Well,
gonna
what do we got?
feature. Now we're gonna do the Mr. Spencer.
Oh, don't
Feature.
Don't build it up.
Well, I'm not going to build it up. It's just, he has a little moment every week. And this song is a little bit daunting, a little bit intimidating. So we're just going to do it real slow and easy. And I'm sure it's going to be great. Is that where you want to take it?
Slow or is it good?
It's pretty slow.
Let's
It's
pick it up right here. About there. Clap with me. Company is always on the run. Destiny is a rising sun. I was born, six gun in my hand, behind a gun. I make my final stand. Yeah. the day I die. Yeah. Bad company, and I won't deny. Bad company, till the day I die. Bad company, oh yeah, yeah. Bad company, yeah. You good? Whoa!
Man, I wish I'd made those hits.
That reminded me of watching some of the auditions for American Idol when somebody would come in there and try to sing a Whitney Houston song, and they'd be going, you know, dog,
Oh, it wasn't that.
you know, honey, you need to pick the right song. That song's a little bigger than you.
Well, one time Simon said, "I don't think you're as good as you think you are."
Yeah.
That was very good, and I think that will enter the retribution. You know, I made some, some foul ups, so I think that,
Yeah, that hurt.
that's gonna go. Hey,
That hurt.
hey, 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 hey.
It's like a hole in the head.
Oh man. Woo. It's like,
Yeah, like I'm all flushed.
he's all flushed. Are you parched? Are you?
I need some more
you need some
Rasputin,
more of
bro.
that.
Yeah, I need some. We need to be doing some retribution with some Rasputin.
Speaking of, now, when we get them, we talked about some local representation. We still got to get that going. Now, I don't know where these guys are from.
Not here.
I think it's North Coast. I think it's Oregon, Washington.
Yeah, I do. I do think this is Oregon. This is well, it's definitely.
No, this is made by a famous
There's-
brewery.
There's a government warning on it. for
Oh,
sure.
there better be.
North Coast Brewing,
Yes.
Fort Bragg.
Fort
Bragg,
Bragg,
California.
Yeah, that's a good one.
California.
California.
Where,
Okay.
where the government checks just keep coming.
Well, for some of us.
All right, what do we got?
All right, back to Boyhood. This one goes back about as far as I can remember. I had this on a 78 back when they were the lacquer was as thick as your thumb on Columbia Records, and I had it when I was probably 3 years old.
Wow.
But it wasn't just the song; it was the whole story of Davy Crockett. Some of you may remember Fess Parker was in the westerns back
Television
then.
show, yeah,
It's
yeah.
a whole Disney thing, and he sang it, and he was Davy Crockett to a lot of people. He had that coonskin
Fess sang
cap.
it?
Oh yeah,
Wow.
he was a singer.
Man, I was stunned when I found the Tim Curry version of it.
Yeah,
The Disney Tim Curry. You got to definitely
I-
go and go check that out. That's wild, man.
so
all
we're
right.
gonna do this. I don't know why we're doing it, but I just love it. Not too fast. Born on a mountaintop in Tennessee, greenest state in the land of the free. Raised in the woods, so he knew every tree. Killed Tim a bar when he was only 3. Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier. Take it.
You got it. You got this
Did I get? Okay,
I'm doing,
all right.
I'm doing the
Fought
government one.
single-handed through the many wars, till Creeks was whipped and peace was in store. And while he was handling this risky chore, made himself a legend forevermore. Davy Crockett, the man who don't know fear.
He went to Congress and served a spell, fixing up the government, some laws as well. He took over Washington, and so I heard tell, and patched up the crack in the Liberty Bell.
Davy Crockett,
Seeing his beauty clear.
Western March had just begun, so he packed his gear and his trusty gun, lit out a grinning to follow the sun. Davy Crockett, leading the pioneer. One more.
He heard of Houston and Austin, so to the Texas plains he just had to go where freedom was fighting another foe. They needed him at the Alamo.
Davy Crockett, the man who don't know fear. One more. Hey, Davy Crockett, the man who don't
Wild
frontier.
King
King of the wild frontier. There you go. Yeah, we rehearse our endings on the show. Thank you.
Nicely done, man.
That's a nice little tune. I mean,
I'm
are you
absolutely-
being facetious
Yes.
right now?
I'm just feeling that.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Okay.
Time for the hymn show. God, we shouldn't make it sound like that. It's like,
No, I don't mean it like that. I see this title and
oh,
it
and
just,
made you sigh.
Yeah, it,
Oh, yeah.
It touches my heart. This is a beautiful
This
song.
is a beautiful song. Skip James originally did it in a haunting falsetto, and I was so captivated with it. I brought it in. The boys just laid down a real beautiful, beautiful thing. We did it all together, played it all live downtown at Bacciagalupi's.
on the Holy Ghost building.
That's
record.
correct. So
Still,
let's see.
still a good one.
It is good. Yeah, when I was listening to it, I'm going, what a sound. I mean, it's like the whole thing. I'm listening to all those
It's got
parts.
this
and-
gushy sound.
yeah, and it's
interesting,
got,
yeah.
you know, it sounds like I played a little Nashville guitar, a little bit of high strung, some of that Lindsey Buckingham junk in there, you know. I won't. Let Jesus lead you, let him lead you, let Jesus lead you all the way from earth to heaven. Let Jesus lead you all the way. He's a mighty good leader, mighty good leader. He's a mighty good leader all the way from earth to heaven. He's a mighty good leader all the way. He led my mother, he lead you all the way. Nice. It's a good one.
What was the tune? Did Steve Scott write a song on
Yes,
Holy
he
Ghost?
did.
What was that song?
Stranger, won't you change
Oh,
your
right.
sinful ways? We've done it on the show.
Yeah.
I
like that one, too.
Yeah, that was the day Jackie Green came in and played a little bit.
Oh, he played on that.
Yeah, he didn't make the final cut, but he played while we were developing it.
Don't say that. Really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he might be in there somewhere. I mean, maybe he did make it. He's credited. I know that. So
Well, he's been busy making the final cut to quite a bit since then.
I would say, and I would love to have him any old time. I would love to have him on the show, actually. But,
Yeah.
you know. Anyway, tip show.
Hey. PayPal.me/micro77s or Venmo is at micro77s.
That's it. MICRO77S is what it is.
It's a love thing.
It's a love. Yeah, this is the tip jar of love.
We do it for nothing, people.
We do it for nothing.
We do it for love. Which we'll do that next time.
Yeah. And, you know, if some of you like to mail checks and countered checks and, you know, what's the other kind? Cashier's checks, counterfeit checks. Whatever kind of check you want to mail, heck, we've gotten cash in the mail, which I don't recommend. It is 77S LTD, which is the check makeout. You don't want to be making out while you're writing the check, but you want to make the check out to 77's Limited, P.O. Box 1441, Citrus
As in the fruit,
Heights.
like the crime rate.
That's not positive. California, CA 95611.
What time is it?
Not in the sun too long.
How long we're about
Yeah, we're about to wind it up here,
I think
so
we
we're
did a shortish kind of show last week. But,
Yeah, we kind of shorted you, a little shorty. So we're gonna do a regular.
One more?
No, we got two more.
Couple more?
Two
All right.
more, yeah.
Oh, this one's fun.
Nibbling on sponge cake, watching the sun bake. All of those tourists covered with oil, strumming my six string on my front porch swing. Smell those shrimp, they're beginning to boil. Wasted away again in Margaritaville, searching for my lost shaker of salt. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know it's nobody's fault.
I got it.
Yeah.
Don't know the reason. Stayed here all season. Nothing to show but this brand new tattoo. It's a real beauty, a Mexican cutie. How I got here, I haven't a clue. Wasted away again in Margaritaville, searching for my lost shaker of salt. Some people claim that there's a woman
Stepped on a pop top. Cut my heel at the cruise back home. There's blues in the bender. Soon it will render. That frozen concoction, it helps me hang on. Everybody. Wasted away again in Margaritaville. Searching for my old shaker of salt. Some people claim that there's a one to blame, but I know it's my own damn fault. And I know it's my own damn fault. Dedicated to Chris Harrelson. It's his favorite song. Sorry.
Yeah, Chris is going to be doing an all Jimmy Buffett show.
Oh, yeah, for you
gonna be
parrot
awesome.
heads.
Now I'm gonna have a bad dream about it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Let's
the,
just say, Chris, well, all of us have heard this tune a lot in our, the last 40 plus years. I was playing that in bars in the 70s, so I hear you, pal. We used to mess the words up real good. I was gonna say we'd say "wasted away" in whatever bar it was in. I was gonna say "wasted away again in CoROEnosphere," but I didn't want to. This is a family show. We don't recommend drinking at all. We don't think anybody should. Anyway.
Let's not all talk at once.
Well,
Okay,
it's
what do
been
we
a
got?
weird little show. I think we need to wind her up with a tune from 1957, since this is show 58. Just to be, contrarians.
Yeah, did we even acknowledge even attempting a theme for this show? What's 58?
I don't know, man. The idea of doing themes can become tedious. It's like we used to do them when we needed. It was like an inspiration, but when it becomes like a chain, like when you have to.
That kind of is describing what's this whole show's been.
Oh, wow! Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. On behalf of Mr. Spencer, he's been out in the sun too long today.
58, Chris. 58 occurs to me in my geek mind. The B-58.
You have a deep mind?
And the B-58 is a really cool looking jet. So let's go ahead and use that. Let's get a picture of the B-58. It's the B-58 Hustler.
For episode 59.
Now, what kind of jet is this?
Oh,
Who made
no.
it? And what was it used for, B-58? I think we lost Bruce.
B-58. Oh, what?
Yeah, you were just saying it's a jet that you like.
Oh, yeah, it's an amazing Delta Wing.
Is it a
bomber.
commercial
It was
or
a
is it a
supersonic bomber from like the 60s? It's totally
Now, your
cool.
dad was a bombardier?
No, he was pilot.
He was a pilot.
Yeah.
And did he fly planes of that ilk?
No, because he flew in World War II era.
What kind of planes was he flying in?
Everything.
Yeah. Did he drop bombs at all?
No, because he had a multi-engine rating at the start of World War II. So
Wow.
they made him a captain of the Air Transport Command.
Wow.
Which maybe didn't even exist at that time. But he flew everything from the hot rods to the, everything new. B-26 is everything. He flew it all, man. That'll be the dad show when we all talk about our dads. But this is...
Father's Day's coming up.
Father's Day is coming up, in fact. We just missed Mother's Day. Yes, we did.
Well, thank you for hanging in with us. We made it through our 500th song in our 58th show, so we're going to end
As
with...
he starts to pass out.
I know, I'm getting sleep. Well, that...
Man, I'm telling you, man, this Rasputin just knocked me
Let me
out,
tell you,
man.
Mark Harmon gave me one of those 20 years ago, and he said, "Now, Mike," he said, "I want to warn you about this." And I'm going, "It's just a brew. It's a beer. How bad could it be? He says, I don't know what it is, man.
It just makes you tired.
It just
'Cause
it
I
just
don't
messes
drink.
you up.
I don't drink, so I'm not really. I don't feel messed up. I just feel just like I want to go to sleep.
Well, yeah, all I can tell you is that I don't know what they put in this besides, the high alcohol, but it's like it really messes your head up. So I don't recommend Rasputin to anybody. But it's
Yeah.
it's properly titled.
That'll be enough of that.
Yes, because we're a clean show.
I know.
We sit around
I
wearing white
apologize.
sneakers and we drink milk all day.
I mean, I didn't get much sleep last night. I got a long way. I've got to fly out in the morning,
Yeah,
and I went ahead and did this show on short notice.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm going to do a boyhood. Let's close with one of my boyhood favorites. This is by one of my favorite artists, probably one of my greatest influences as a singer and just a performer, even though I'm not worthy to shine his shoes. The Killer.
Come on over, baby. Whole lot of shaking going on. But I say, come on over, baby. Baby, you can't go wrong. We ain't faking. Whole lot of shaking going on. Well, I say, come on over, baby. We got chicken in the barn. Ooh, huh? Come on over, baby. Really got the bull by the horn. We ain't faking, whole lot of shaking going on. Well, it's shake, baby, shake it. It is shake, baby, shake it. It is shake it, baby, shake it. It is shake, baby, shake. Come on over, whole lot of shaking going on. Oh, let's go.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, dog.
Well, come on over, baby. We got chicken in the barn. Whose barn? What barn? My barn. Come on over, baby. Really got the bull by the horn. We ain't faking up. Oh, a lot of shaking going on. Easy now, that shake. Ooh, shake it, baby. Yeah. You could shake it one time for me. You really, really have to come on over, baby. Oh, a lot of shaking going on. Now let's get real low now. Shake, baby, shake. All you gotta do, honey, is kind of stand in one spot. Wiggle around just a little bit. That's when you got something. Yeah. Ooh, baby, whole lot of shaking going on.
Now let's go one time.
Shake it, baby, shake it. Shake it, baby, shake it. Ooh, shake, baby, shake. Come on, baby, shake it, baby, shake it. Come on over. Oh, a lot of shaking going on. Thanks, everybody. Bruce Spencer,
Dr. Love.
Chris Harrell song, show 58. And let's get it straight. We won't be late.
Bye.
Bye.